Why? Why? What have you got to hide?
Right, because I've got a disability. Are you discriminating?
Now you're using disability.
Oh, I do have a disability, actually.
Okay.
Hi everyone, so today we are in a place called Devizes, which I've already heard of before, but hey ho, we've got a job centre to the right. So we're going to go in and do our usual thing. Ah, here we go. Work for the police. Salary. Keep that one. I think that's everything. Oh, what's this one?
Nope. Don't come past this point. This is the public area. I'm doing you the courtesy of letting you film the boards, but you don't have authority.
What the hell?
You don't have authority. I know you've been to Trowbridge already, so let's not mess about, okay? Like I said, I've let you do that. If you see there is a sign outside that says...
It's not about letting. You've not let me.
Okay, then stop. Stop filming now. I can see you're filming me now.
What happens in Trowbridge?
I can see that you're filming me now.
You can wag your finger as much as you like.
Put the camera down, leave the premises, or G4S will be in contact with the police.
I don't care.
Yeah? Neither do I.
Mate, you're like 3 foot. You don't care.
So now you're making insulting. No, you're making personal insulting.
You're getting in my face.
I'm asking you to leave the premises. Leave the premises, please.
I don't have to.
Asking you to leave the premises. Leave the premises, please.
Actually, there's some public
Police,
leaflets.
please.
There's some public leaflets.
That's right. We'll call the police. Get the police. Come here.
It begins as something entirely ordinary. A man in a job center foyer filming public notice boards and leaflets that any visitor is free to view. There's no swearing, no raised voices, nothing remotely disruptive. Yet within moments everything shifts. The security guard doesn't pause to assess the situation, keep a respectful distance, or seek guidance from a supervisor. Instead, she strides directly into his personal space and immediately starts giving orders. In less than 3 minutes, what should have remained a mundane, harmless moment spirals into a full confrontation and becomes a police matter. An almost textbook example of how quickly a non-issue can be escalated.
Public computers.
This is the waiting public area, right?
We can all raise our voice. Shall we all raise our voice?
Go on then.
Yeah, come on then. It doesn't intimidate me.
You don't intimidate me. You don't intimidate me.
So raising our voice is pointless.
You don't intimidate me.
Let's keep our voice low.
Off you go.
No.
Off you go. I'm asking you to leave
Why
the premises.
Why are you shaking?
We're shaking.
You are shaking.
I'm asking you to leave the premises. Leave the premises.
No, absolutely not.
Leave the premises.
No.
Leave the premises.
No.
You calling the police, Danny? Thank you.
You seen this?
I don't care what you've got. I'm not going to look or see or anything of anything.
You will see. I'll hide it in front of your eyes. Here we go.
I don't care. Get out now.
You step
Now
back.
You've just touched me. Now you've just touched me. Now you've just touched me.
Move back.
It's all on the camera.
In front of your eyes. Here we go.
I don't care. Get out now.
You step
Now
back.
You've just touched me. Now you've just touched me. Now you've just touched me.
Move back.
It's all on the camera.
It's all on my camera too. It's all on my camera.
It's all on camera.
You approached me.
Off you go.
Look at this. This is your training. Do you not follow your training?
Off you go.
What does your training say?
Off you go. Off you go.
Does it say to engage or does it say to observe?
Off you go.
Should you be engaging?
And do you go by rules? Do you go by rules, do you?
Am I employed?
Do you go by rules?
Am I employed by you?
Do you go by rules in public places?
Am I employed?
Do you go by rules in public places?
Am I employed by you? This is fantastic. You're giving me a great video.
Good.
I've come a long way because someone emailed me about you.
Oh, did they?
Yes, they did.
That's convenient. That's
It
convenient.
is.
That's
They
convenient.
said that you are a thug.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said. They said this job centre is full of thugs.
Really?
So that's why I've come here.
You've been misinformed.
I've not been misinformed.
All right.
No, needs to leave. Call the police.
I don't need to leave at all.
You do.
I said I wanted to access those public leaflets, which are there for the public, and she got right in my face.
You're not allowed to film any of
I am
that
allowed
stuff.
to.
No, you're not.
It's you don't want me to.
No, you're
but
not
this
allowed.
is, as she said,
You are not
this is
allowed.
the public area,
Which
so
you
I'm
can
allowed to film in the
You
public
can
area.
film these, but you're not allowed to
Which
film
he
any
has
members of
done.
staff.
Yep.
You're not allowed to film any members of the public.
I am allowed. You
You're
don't
not allowed.
want me to. It's your policy.
No, it's not our policy. You're
It is
not
your
allowed
policy.
to
It's
film.
not the law. It's the policy.
Right, you need to
You're
leave.
confusing law with
You
policy.
need to leave.
Because you're so knowledgeable of law, aren't you?
Oh,
think
yes,
you know
I
it
am,
all,
yeah.
don't you?
Oh yeah,
You think
I know
you
it
know
all.
it all, don't you?
Yeah, I know it all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
about
know
you
it
take your
all.
glasses off
Yeah,
and
I
let's
know.
have a view of your face. Take it off.
There
Take
you
this
go.
off as well. Why are you
wanna
coming in
see
so
my face?
inconspicuous? Take the mask and that off as well.
I
Come
don't
on.
have to take a mask off
Why? What have you got to hide?
Right,
because
so,
I've got a
What have you got to hide?
disability.
What have you
Are
got to
you
hide? Oh,
discriminating?
now you're using disability.
Oh, I do have a
Okay.
disability
Okay.
actually.
Here's the first major problem. Rather than stepping back and allowing the camera to record the situation, the guard moves in close and leaves no space. There's physical contact, music, and almost instantly she is shouting, "Assault!" That single word changes the entire nature of the incident. Assault is a criminal accusation, and it immediately pulls the police into what originally started as nothing more than a civil dispute over access. The proper response is straightforward and reflected in most security guidance. Don't crowd the individual, don't make physical contact, and allow CCTV and body cameras to capture events objectively. Instead, she does precisely the opposite, turning a manageable situation into something far more serious.
I do have a
You need to leave.
disability.
You need to leave. Off
No,
you go.
You need to
you
leave
need
the
to
premises.
control
Off you
your
go. You
control
need
your
to go.
dog.
No, no, no.
Control
You
your
need to-
dog.
Oh, so now you're being
No.
insulting.
You
That's
need to
okay.
leave.
I'm
That's
allowed
okay.
to. That's not
okay.
insulting.
Oh, so if I insulted you,
Go on then.
that would be okay with
No,
it?
because you're working.
That would be okay
I'm
with
not
it?
working.
That would be okay.
Am I working?
Oh, so because
Amy,
you're not working,
Amy,
you get to make
Amy,
insults.
be quiet, Amy.
Enough. Okay. Right. You need to leave.
She
No,
escalated this.
You need to leave.
She
You're now
escalated this.
trespassing. You need to leave.
I'm not trespassing.
You've got the
You've
whole
been
thing
asked
on
to leave.
video.
It's
Whole thing's
until
on video.
You've got another
Whole
hour.
thing's on video.
No. We have asked you to leave the premises.
You can ask as much as you like.
You need to leave.
Ask
You're
her
not
what
trespassing.
happens in Trowbridge. What happens in... Come on, tell us.
Off you go. Go on.
No, I've got a disability. I need to rest my knee.
That's fine, but you need to leave the premises.
When I've rested my knee.
No, you need to leave the premises now.
No.
So when you do know that when you've been asked to leave a premises, therefore then
It
if you
becomes a
refuse,
civil
no, you're
matter.
trespassing.
It's a civil
You're
matter.
then trespassing.
Which is
You're
civil.
trespassing.
It's not against the law.
You're trespassing.
It's a civil matter.
You're trespassing.
So sue me then.
I will.
So
I will.
go on
For
then.
your insults as well, because everything's on camera,
You need to
and
leave.
the fact that you went into me as well. So that's assault.
You came into
That's
me
assault.
and I used
That's
my
assault.
body.
I stepped forward and
I-
then you went like that. That's assault.
Because you were getting
That's
into my
assault.
personal space.
That's assault.
It's
right.
not
Enough.
assault.
It's
Enough.
assault.
Enough.
You
You
made
need to
first
leave.
contact. So I
After
will
you
be
came
taking
into
that
my
further.
personal... Go on then.
I'll be taking that.
I'll
further.
wait for the police.
Good.
We'll wait for them.
Good.
You do need to leave the premises.
No, I'm not leaving
You've
the
been asked
premises.
to leave the premises
I'll
politely.
wait till the police get here.
You need to leave the premises.
No, I don't.
It's
Yes, you
okay
do.
because as soon as the police
It's a
come,
public place. Ask her what
then
happened in
under-
Trowbridge.
After the police come.
Ask what happened in Trowbridge.
after
Tell
the
him.
police come-
Tell
let
him
me
what
speak, Let me
happened.
speak. He knows. He knows. He's the manager.
What happened in Trowbridge?
So after the police come,
So what happened when the police
G4S
came?
will then appoint to have your footage removed because they're appointing the
Oh my-
solicitor.
You can't
the
do that.
solicitor-
Not even the police can do that.
The solicitor.
No one
will
can
appoint
do
it
it.
because they
You're
will.
going to look like a twat
They
on
will.
YouTube.
Right.
They will.
Language, for one.
There's no language.
You use expletive language.
You're allowed to use it in your everyday vocabulary. I'm not using it in a threatening
So
or
if we
abusive
used
manner.
it would be fine,
Use it
would it?
against a member
As
of
soon
the
as you're
staff.
allowed to use it in,
Yes,
everyday vocabulary.
It's
to leave,
fine.
as you said.
It's fine as long as it doesn't breach your employment contract.
Doesn't breach employment
I don't
contract.
care.
What do
You
you
can
know
swear
about
at
my
me.
employment contract?
I don't.
You don't.
I could probably
You
get a
don't.
copy of it.
No, you
Someone leaked me this from G4S.
Leak away. Leak away. You're so full of
This
knowledge.
is your training.
Leak away.
This is her
Who is
training.
it?
I'm not
And you know,
interested.
and you
And
think that
You
that's
need to
up to date
leave
training,
the
do you?
premises.
It's actually not. No.
Well then.
But you're going to
So
leak.
how do you know that
do you
training's
want to
not
leak
changed?
me the new one?
How do you know that it's not changed then?
Do you want to leak me the new
Well,
one?
you're all full of knowledge.
Right, you need to leave
Tell
the
me.
premises.
Well, I'm going by this.
Well,
Unless you're going to show me the
that
new
might
one.
be wrong.
Unless you're going to show me the new one.
So anyone can
Right.
print anything.
Well, anyone can print
Anyone
it, yeah.
can print anything. So how
But
do you know that
this
that
is-
is correct?
Notice how quickly the word trespass gets thrown into the exchange. They clearly understand that trespass is a civil issue, not a criminal one, yet it's used more as a threat than as part of any sensible process. Your trespassing becomes a way to bark orders rather than the first step toward a proper civil remedy. At the same time, the auditor is absolutely correct to distinguish between law and policy. Internal rules do not automatically override public access rights. If staff genuinely want these situations to end quickly and calmly, the answer is not to shout trespass more aggressively, but to recognize when the issue is civil in nature and stop treating it like a police emergency.
This is from
How do you
your
know
internal...
that's correct?
Because
Doesn't
I've been,
look very legit.
I've been to other G4S
Oh, have
sites
you?
who have told me...
You must be right then. If you've been
Trowbridge,
to other G4S
Trowbridge
sites,
told me this is real.
if you've been to other sites, then
And-
it must be right.
And what happens in
Because we've got to
Trowbridge?
take your word as
I'll,
gospel.
I'll tell you what happened in Trowbridge. They called
on
the
then.
police. The police turned up, and guess what happened?
So how come you're not still there then?
Nothing.
How come you're not still there then?
Because I left.
You need to leave the premises.
No.
If you leave, and I guarantee I know what happened in Trowbridge. You left willingly, and therefore the police weren't interested, which I assume is what you're going to do here when the police turn
The
up.
police had no authority
You
to
are
ask me
not
to do
allowed
anything.
to be on this premises. You need to leave. You've been asked to leave. Remaining on this premises is trespass. You need to
The
remove
public
yourself.
area is a public
You are
space.
not in the public
You
area.
can't trespass
You are
me from a
not in
public
the
space.
area. You need to leave
This is a
the
public
premises.
area. It says there public computers. These leaflets are for the public.
You need to leave this premises.
But you don't have
You do.
authority to film.
I don't need authority. I'm in a
Yes,
public
you do.
place.
You're on a government premises, therefore you need
I'm in a public
authority
place.
on a government premises.
Government
so maybe
premises.
you need to look at the guidelines there then.
It's not a government
But
premises.
you're so knowledgeable.
It's being-
it is a government
it's
premises.
being-
It's DWP.
it's being
a
rented by GWP.
It's DWP, right?
Yeah,
So
which is a
therefore it's
public-
a government premises.
But this is a
whether
public
it's rented
building.
or not.
It's a
whether it's
public
rented or
building.
not, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You need to check up on your facts.
You need to leave the premises is what you need to do.
No.
Either identify yourself, and
No.
then we can take the
You
approach.
Who do you think you are?
Right. Who do you think you are?
I'm a member of the public.
Okay.
And you need to
I'm a
leave
member
the
of
premises.
G4S. What?
You need to leave the
That says
premises.
more about you than it does about me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course it does.
G4S,
Mr.
G4S
Know-it-all.
have got a great reputation.
Mr. Know-it-all.
I'm sure you've got one.
Screwed up the
reputation as well.
Olympics, screwed up
So
Manchester
are
bombing.
you employed, are you?
What's that got to do with you?
Well, because you've got so much to say about people that are employment. Are you employed yourself?
I'm not employed by it. I'm employed by myself,
You're employed by yourself.
so that I don't have to stick by some corporation's policies.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
So I can decide my own rules.
Interesting. Rules that you don't actually know fully about.
Oh,
because
tell me.
You're Mr. Know-it-all.
Oh,
on
please
the
tell
law
me the law which
and
says I can't
rules
stay
and
here.
everything. No, you're the one that thinks that you know it all, so you tell me.
Well, no, you're the one who's saying that I don't know it, so you tell me what I'm wrong
I
about.
said you think that you know it all. Yeah. So if you do,
So if
then say,
so let's-
educate me.
so let's
Go on,
say I've been-
educate me.
Well, you
Educate me
don't
on-
shut your mouth. You're like a yapping little dog.
It's the same as
Yap,
you.
yap, yap,
It's
yap,
the same
yap,
as
yap,
you.
yap.
It's the same as you. You've got
Yap,
so
yap, yap,
much
yap,
to
yap,
say.
yap,
So
yap,
much
yap,
to
yap,
say.
yap, 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 yap. That's all I can
Sound
hear
like
from
a
you.
child.
So do you. You're like a child in the playground.
Yeah, you're
Trying
the
to have
one
the
going
last
yap,
word.
yap, yap. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm mirroring you.
You're the one that's using things like dog. Was I going like that? No, so therefore it's not
Yeah,
mirroring.
you're yapping your mouth.
Yeah, but therefore it's not mirroring.
You're
is it?
yapping your mouth.
It's not mirroring though, is it?
Now ego takes over, and you can hear the shift immediately. By that stage, professionalism has already gone out the window. The practical fix is not complicated. Focus on conduct, not character. The moment a staff member starts defending personal pride instead of following process, they usually end up pulling everyone else, including the police, into a situation that was entirely preventable from the start.
This is making me some fantastic content.
Good. I hope so. I hope so.
You're the star of the show.
I hope so. I hope so because then I will proceed.
I'll tell you what, I'll leave.
I will proceed.
I'll leave if...
Oh no! Wait for the police.
No, I'll leave.
You didn't want to leave a minute ago. Why not wait for the police?
If you can give me a good thumbnail.
Why not wait for the police?
Do like a funny pose or...
Why not wait for the police?
Do something like this. Get
Why not
right in my
wait for the
face
police?
like this.
Why are you imitating a gun with your hand?
What, like this?
Why are you imitating a gun?
A gun, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
why are you imitating it
Yeah,
with
all
your
right.
hand?
Yeah, try and twist things.
You're the one making the actions, not me.
I'm pointing, saying, why don't you go like this?
With your thumb up, so why are you making an imitation of a gun right now?
Because I'm making an imitation of them.
Okay,
That's
well,
right.
that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
You've got to be careful in your actions, you see,
Oh, yeah,
because things
definitely.
can maybe be taken to what
You
you
should
don't mean.
You should be careful in your actions because you might not have a job tomorrow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Although looking at
'Cause you're so
how
powerful.
low G4S's standards
You're
are,
also powerful. You know.
you're so powerful. Yeah.
What do you think that you are?
Did I say I was?
Well, you just said I won't have a job tomorrow.
Well, if you behaved like this and I was the manager here, you wouldn't be back.
The manager here's got nothing to do with me. I'm employed by G4S.
Trust
He's
me,
the DWP
if he
office
doesn't
manager.
want you here, he'll ring up and you won't be coming back.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
I don't think I will be.
There you go. There you go.
But
Maybe try something else.
it is possible.
Maybe try something
It's
else.
not a possible. It's not a possibility.
Yes, it is.
You've been asked to leave the premises. The police are on their way.
I don't care. Why do you think the police bother me?
I don't think the police bother you. I'm just letting
Look,
you know.
Why do you
I mean,
think
they're-
that
they're
you making
outside.
your
Is
threats
that a
of using
PCSO?
this
You
is
need to
bothering
leave
us?
The premises. You've been
Not a
asked to
threat.
leave. You're now trespassing this property.
It's been asked to leave.
Hello.
It's not leaving. It's trespassing. It's filming on the premises.
Why
It's
am I
not allowed
filming?
to. And those are refusing to leave.
Those two colleagues are out. If I can come and talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Good talk with my colleagues,
Yeah.
all right?
He needs
I
to
don't
start
have to talk to
filming
anyone.
all the staff. So if someone can stand in front and it's not filming staff.
Mate,
that'd be
honestly,
great.
just take her
Thank you.
away before she embarrasses
Oh,
herself
of course,
any
of course.
further.
Keep going.
She's very
Keep going.
aggressive.
Keep going.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah,
You
I'm good,
okay?
thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
Good. My name's Peter Williams, Peter Clark.
Did you walk here
Did we walk it
from the station?
We didn't walk, but
Oh.
my
Jesus,
colleagues
how many people? What did they tell you? Did they tell you there's a man sitting on a sofa refusing to leave?
Well, what's going on today then?
I've come to the job centre to look at the leaflets.
Yeah. Did you get the leaflets?
No, she won't let me.
Who that
She's
lady?
terrible, honestly. And then she's tried to provoke loads of situations. She got her breasts, she got right up to me, so I had to use my body, and I did, I think, push her away a little bit.
This is the point where it becomes frankly absurd. A simple pointing gesture is suddenly reinterpreted as a gun sign, as though a hand with a thumb somehow amounts to a genuine threat. It's exactly this kind of overinterpretation that makes viewers lose confidence. Because when every neutral movement is recast as dangerous, words like threat and assault start to lose all meaning. The sensible, grown-up response would have been to step back, record the incident, and allow the footage to speak for itself, instead of inflating every gesture into a criminal act. Yet this is the version of events the police are then presented with. What follows is exactly what concerns most people. An officer arrives, ignores the camera evidence that could resolve the issue within minutes, and goes straight for the handcuffs based on a disputed music account, and nothing more than a name.
And she's going, oh, you made first contact, that's assault. It's like something out of a playground. And then I pointed like this, and she went, oh, that's a gun symbol. Why are you doing a gun symbol? Oh, you've got to be careful if you're doing a gun symbol. She's trying to twist everything. And all I'm doing is I'm sitting here. I told her, I've got a disability with my knee, I need to have a rest. So I'm just going to sit here for a little while, and that's it. At one point, she started shouting and getting in my face, so I shouted and said, I can shout too, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't achieve anything, so let's talk at a normal volume. But it's utterly ridiculous. I'm incredibly calm. She said, you've already been to another job centre today. I said, yeah, what happened at that job centre? And she won't tell me what happened at that job centre, and I'll tell you why. Because the police turned up, they saw I was in a public area, they left. The manager agreed, I'm in a public area, it's fine.
Okay.
So this is her training. This details what she should do when someone comes in and films. It doesn't say it says, do not engage in lengthy style arguments. Do not debate, tell them they're on private property, and then observe. That's it. It doesn't say make physical contact, threaten, and intimidate. That's what she was doing. And she's gaslighting, and I can hear what she's telling them, that I'm being aggressive and violent. At no point have I been aggressive and violent. I'm not an aggressive and violent person. I am authoritative. If I know what I'm talking about, this is the tone of voice I talk in, because I am confident that I know what I'm talking about. And if I'm just sitting here, a member of the public, I'll take these off. I don't see what the problem is. I'm not being aggressive. I just want to be left alone to look at the leaflets and rest my knee. That's it. I'm in a public building. I'm not in the private areas. I've not filmed the private areas. I've got no interest in the private areas. All I want to do is look at this stuff. That's it.
Am I right to take your name?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, it's just we have had a report, obviously, that you've assaulted someone.
Watch the CCTV and then get my name.
Notice how calm he remains when the officers arrive. He clearly sets out the basic facts. He's in a public area, filming leaflets anyone can access, and the guard was the one who became physical. He even offers a training document that appears to instruct staff not to do exactly what she has just done. At that moment, the police have a golden opportunity. Pause, review the footage, and either verify or dismiss the assault allegation on the spot. Instead, you can sense them drifting away from the available evidence and leaning toward procedure, specifically the issue of identity. And that is the point where everything begins to go sideways.
With it at a later date, which in my head I was thinking won't go anywhere anyway. This is one of those situations where I really do have to give my details. I know some people think that I should never give my details, but it was a difficult position to be in, and I appreciate some people will be upset about it. Now, I don't actually even get the opportunity to give my details, as you'll see in a second. The officer had no patience to let me finish my sentence and immediately just went to arrest. And I do get a little bit upset. It felt a bit unfair to me at the time, and yeah, maybe I didn't deal with it in the best way, but hey, we're all learning, and I think going forward, I'll also note that I probably spoke to the police a bit too much, so, my advice is always say as little as possible. Yeah, enjoy this next bit if you can. You can sit there with that look on your face as if you think I'm some sort of stupid child.
The issue we have is obviously we've had a crime reported to us.
So you need to investigate it. Go and investigate it.
If we don't have your details, we're not going to be able to invite you in for an interview. And the only way we're then
can I make a complaint as well then? I'd like to make a counter allegation.
That's absolutely
fine. We can sort that out during an interview.
How about you watch the footage and then you make a decision?
So we'll watch the CCTV footage when it's available to us.
The footage is here.
What we're trying to facilitate is whether or not we do an invite interview for yourself or whether we lead to your arrest. So the necessity we would have to arrest you is if you fail to provide your details. So it's up to you.
What law are you using? If you can tell me a law which says I have to give you my details.
So necessity Code G of PACE dictates that if you fail to provide your details, name, date of birth, etc., then necessity is quite clear as fair for your arrest because we've had a letter report of assault. So
have you investigated this? What?
Well,
so your arrest would be part of it.
We can invite you in for an interview.
So
well, I'm not going
now, sir.
I'm not going anywhere. So
okay. Well, time is 6
hours. Hang on. You didn't let me finish. Hang on. You didn't let me finish. What I was going to say is I'm not going anywhere.
Come on. Let's go.
Okay. Fine. Absolutely fine. And what's your shoulder number? 382W. And what's your name?
I actually have to write your my name. Got my shoulder number 382. So before we get in the vehicle, we'll be searched. The section 32 of the place. So at this time, because you're under arrest, can't have anything on your person.
Can I just turn this off so it doesn't break?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay guys, so I suppose I should tell you what happened after this. So the local sergeant turned up.
Here's the crux of it. The officer leans on necessity under pressure. No name, no voluntary interview, therefore arrest. Legally, officers can generally make an arrest to establish identity when it is genuinely required to investigate a specific offense. But look closely at the timing. The auditor is actively trying to respond, trying to explain that he is not going anywhere. And before he can even finish his sentence, the handcuffs are already on. That is not a careful or measured use of police power. It is impatience dressed up as necessity. The far smarter and more proportionate approach would have been to exhaust every peaceful option first, before escalating to arrest.
Sergeant 2823, and he was very fair. He overrid the decision to seize my camera and SD cards, and opted to just seize the SD cards as he didn't want the responsibility of potentially breaking a camera, and he didn't see the need to deprive me of my property when he didn't need to. So he just took the SD card to go and view the footage. Meanwhile, I was driven to custody. Now we arrived at custody, and it was about a 15-minute wait. They scanned me for smart water just in case they were potentially able to get another charge. So it was then my turn to see the custody sergeant. He asked for my name. I gave him my name. He then asked for the reason for my arrest, and 382 told him the reason for my arrest. And the custody sergeant said that he is not going to authorise my detention. He also stated that he has spoken to the sergeant who has reviewed my footage, and he agrees that no assault has taken place, and therefore I must be de-arrested and driven back. So I asked for my property back, and I started to record, which is the first clip you'll see. I got in the car, and they drove me back to Devizes police station, where my SD card would be reunited with me. Now, to answer any questions that are probably going to come up around a civil claim, you can only really make a civil claim against one, so either the police or G4S. Now, you could do both, but you can actually only recover costs for one, basically, so you kind of have to choose. Now, I've consulted my solicitor. We could obviously sue the police, saying that maybe reasonable suspicion hadn't been met for the arrest. Or we could sue G4S for malicious procurement of an arrest, which is basically lying to the police to get someone arrested. So those are the options, but that's something that I'll work out with my solicitor, and I will post an update as soon as I can. I have requested the body camera footage and the CCTV footage, so when we're at a point where a civil claim has been finalised, then of course I will update everyone and provide as much footage as I can. So anyway, on with the rest of the footage, and I'd appreciate it if you could really like this one and share this one, get as many people to see this as possible, because this lady, if you can call her a lady, I don't want to misgender anyone, but yeah, utterly horrific, probably one of the worst G4S guards I've ever seen. Like, if there's a personality type that should not be given any form of authority, no matter how insignificant, it's that sort of personality type. Very dangerous, and very unlikable, so just be glad you don't work with her, I suppose. Anyway, on with the footage. Okay, here we are in police custody.
Yeah, you're the only car.
Oh.
All right.
Lovely, thank you.
No worries.
Don't take it out on our staff.
That's that you.
Okay, you can talk in your own car, but anything you say is now being recorded.
And here's the part that really stings. The custody sergeant ends up doing what should have been done an hour earlier. He reviews the evidence, listens to the allegation, watches the footage, and quickly concludes that there was no assault and no lawful grounds to keep him detained, ordering an immediate de-arrest. In other words, the camera proves within minutes what the frontline officers never bothered to verify at the scene. This is exactly why your instinct to film everything is completely justified. Without that SD card, the outcome could very easily have gone the other way.
Okay, hi everyone. So we are in the back of the car with this man, whose name I've forgotten, and this lady. Got no issues with the lady, she has been very good. And my detention was not authorised. So my chauffeurs are taking me back to my car. And yeah, we'll go and get dinner. And I'll be back out in the morning doing some more filming. I will not be deterred by this, and we shall return and do some filming. If I could get you to turn around and say like, comment, subscribe. Do you want to do that?
I'll pass that.
What about you?
Say what?
Can you just say like, comment, subscribe? No? Ah, why not?
How many people do you get watching your channel then? Is it quite big or is it new?
I've got 26,600 followers.
Okay.
So it varies. I mean, a video where you arrest me could do, I don't know, 50 to 100,000.
Okay.
If you'd left me alone, it might have only done 10.
One of those things.
Yeah, of course, I'll email me, I'll get that closed now.
We've got to investigate.
Yeah, but you should investigate first. That's what PACE says you should do. Arrest should be the last resort.
Well, you know, that was what we were hoping for.
Yeah, well.
UJ Whiskey Zulu 62.
But you're free now.
Well, I'm not free. I'm in the back of the police car.
TTT, Matt Block now been closed. Mel's been taken out from custody.
Yeah.
And you've now been taken home because the detention was authorised.
Do you film anywhere else, or is it only like England?
No comment. Now, something I just want to quickly add in as well that I forgot to say is there's probably about 5 or 6 minutes before I start recording in the car, where I'd actually already been in the car, and the first thing I did is I actually phoned my mum to update her about it, and to say she isn't a fan of the police is an understatement, and it was on speaker, and she completely laid into them and took the piss out of them on the phone as well, so I think they enjoyed that. So yeah, that was funny too. So anyway, on with the video. Well, we've gone past my car, so just dump me at the front here.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to hang around until you give me the SIM, and then I'm probably going to find something to eat and then go back to my car.
Yeah, that's fine.
There
I'm
must
trying to get hold of my sergeant on the radio, but
there must be something to eat around here.
yeah, there's Chinese takeaways on this road, like 100 yards up that way.
Yeah.
We'll bring the car around the back, and yeah, I'll get your SIM card sorted. Make sure you don't want to be holding on to your stuff more than we have to.
No, of course not. Right.
There you go.
Pardon?
Hopefully we'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah, let me in. This is my chariot.
The drive back is quietly revealing. The officer in the passenger seat tries to smooth things over with small talk and nothing better to do remarks, while the auditor calmly points out the obvious. Arrest came first and investigation second. They even admit that they still need to investigate afterward, which says everything. If you ever wanted proof of policing done backwards, this is it. Cuffs now, facts later. And the journey home underlines the real fix once again. It may sound music boring, but it works. Evidence before ego, especially when cameras are already rolling.
And they still have in their possession my memory card, so I can't film on my camera. So they're going to be good boys and girls and go and get my memory card for me. And they said they asked for my phone number so that when they've got my memory card they can phone me. Yeah, right. No chance. You've already got my first name. That's all you're getting. So I got all my stuff here. Where are they? There they are. Hiya.
Out the gate, please.
I'm not.
Personnel only.
I'm not inside,
Okay, your hands inside. Come on.
mate.
Take a step back.
Honestly, just go and get my SIM card.
I will once you take a step back. Come on. It says right here, please personnel only.
Am I inside the
Area.
gate? I'm not in the
No
gate.
unauthorised access.
I'm not in the gate. Why don't you arrest me for it? Just get in there and get my card. You're making yourself look
Stop
bad.
being so rude.
Well,
I'll go get your
you're
SIM
rude.
card.
You arrested me. That's rude.
Lines there.
Mate, you need to close the gate. Do you not understand the law? You can't stop someone if the gate's open. I'm doing a good thing by staying here. Can you go a bit quicker? Come on, the clock's going. Joke. So it looks like he's got my property for me. Hi. Yeah. Just change it. Yeah, I'm good.
Fantastic, alright?
Yeah. And it's not been erased or anything?
No, I've kept the footage for the evidence. Obviously,
Yeah.
it needs to stay on file because obviously it's my decision in regards to what's happened. So an evidence review's been carried out, alright?
Yeah. I didn't see you earlier, did I?
Yeah.
Are you the sergeant I spoke to? Oh, you don't have a hat on?
Nah,
That's
it's
probably...
a little bit different.
You look a bit different.
Alright,
Okay, alright, bye. Yeah, this guy was alright actually. So yeah, what I said to them, I even offered to get my laptop out and plug it in so that it didn't have to happen. But no, it happened. So they're a bunch of clowns. And yeah, as you saw, unfortunately when someone makes an accusation against you, they do require your details. So I was going to say to him, like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here, so I'll give you my details, but I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, it's been an hour and 35 minutes since I was arrested for them to give me my property back. So as far as I'm concerned, all the time they've got my property, I can't leave. So for me, that's an hour and 35 minutes being detained rather than an hour and 25 minutes. So yeah, I was due to come here and audit this place after the job centre. I don't think we need to now. See, I'm going to head back to my car and get the hell out of here. So we're going to head to the HQ in the morning. So let's wait and see what happens there. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will make a civil claim against this and we'll keep you updated on X or Twitter and in my community posts. So thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.
By the time he was standing outside the station fighting to get his own SD card returned, the pattern had become impossible to ignore. One guard overstepped, one officer moved to arrest far too quickly, and it ultimately took a custody sergeant with enough backbone to bring the whole thing to a halt. There are several clear takeaways from this. First, if you stay calm and record everything, false allegations will often collapse under their own weight. Second, staff who do not understand the limits of their authority pose a genuine risk, not only to members of the public, but also to decent officers trying to do their jobs properly. Third, procedure only protects anyone when it is actually followed. The moment the check the evidence step is skipped, routine calls can turn into unlawful detentions. If this matches what you have been seeing in your own towns, let me know in the comments and subscribe so more people can see how these situations really unfold. This video is for educational purposes, not legal advice, so always check your local laws. Peace out.